So in this video we will discuss the applications of Newton's second law of motion. Now there are number of examples in our daily life where we use this Newton laws. Now according to Newton law, force is equal to mass into acceleration, and where acceleration is v minus u upon t. Now this is one of the example. When a ball is moving, it is general tendency of the player is to catch the ball like this and not like this, that he never catches the ball suddenly. He catches the ball and move his hand slowly with the ball in the backward direction. Now what is the reason behind it? Why this player do not get injury? Why this player get injured while catching a ball? So the reason behind is that when a player suddenly catches the ball, he has to apply a large force in order to stop this ball. Now why the force become large here? So as we know, acceleration is v minus u upon t. Now in order to bring this ball to a rest, when a catcher catches it suddenly, the time gap reduced. So when time is reduced, acceleration increased, and if acceleration increased, then force will also increase. So large amount of force is applied, or we can say while this process a large force is experienced by this player, and this ball can easily cause injury to the player. Whereas in the second case, when the player while catching the ball move his hand in the backward direction, he increase the time gap, because he take longer time period when he moves his hand backward to bring that ball to a rest. So by this, time gap increased. So when time increased, acceleration decreased, and if acceleration decreased, then force ultimately decreased. So in the second case, the less force is experienced by the player while catching a ball, and hence he will get no injury, because he has to apply only a smaller force in order to stop that ball. Now the next example on the basis of Newton's second law of motion is that when man falling from a height. Now for example, if a person jump from a height to a concrete floor, and if a same person jump from the same height to a floor where there is a heap of sand is present, so in which case the person gets less hurt? So your answer will be, he will get less hurt when the person jump on the heap of sand rather than on the concrete floor. Now what is the reason behind it? So when a man falls from a height on a concrete floor, he suffers a change in momentum in very lesser time period, or we can say in a very short time, so that force experienced by him become very large. Now as we know, he is person moving with a velocity, hit the ground, and it finally comes to at rest, and we know that v minus u upon t, and since it is achieved in very shorter time, because as soon as his feet come in contact with the ground, he stop. So that is, time is reduced. Whereas in this case, when a person jumps on a heap of a sand, with his feet sand particles also moving downward, due to which the final position when it comes to at rest, the time gap has increased, when because sand is also moving downward with his feet. So that time gap to become to at rest will increase. So due to this increase in time gap, as we know, a is equal to v minus u upon t. In concrete floor, he comes to at rest in a very short time, whereas in heap of sand it take a larger time. So when t will be larger, that is denominator term is very large, then again acceleration decrease, and if acceleration decrease, we know that force is equal to mass into acceleration. A will decrease, so ultimately force also decrease in the second case, that is less force is experienced by that person from the ground and hence he do not get hurt. Whereas in this case because time gap reduce, which means acceleration increase, and we know that force is equal to mass into acceleration. So if acceleration increase, force increase, and that person hit harder when he falls on a concrete floor rather than from sand heap of same height. Now the next application of Newton's second law of motion, that it is easier to catch the tennis ball in comparison to the cricket ball. Now, and both the ball are moving with a same velocity. So it is easy to catch a tennis ball. Reason, its mass is less, whereas mass of cricket ball is high. So mass is less, as we know momentum is mass into velocity. So if mass will less, momentum will be less, or we can say change in momentum is also decreases. Whereas when mass is very high, then also change in momentum also increase because it's depend upon mass. So if mass is more, change in momentum is more. Hence, large force is applied in order to stop this ball, whereas in case of tennis ball, less force has to be applied in order to stop this. Now the next example of the Newton's second law of motion is that vehicles are fitted with these shockers. You may have observed these shockers and spring your vehicles. Now what is the role of these shockers? So whenever any vehicle moves on an rough road, ठीक है, अगर एक रफ पैच है रोड का जिसपे आपका व्हीकल मूव कर रहा है, then that vehicle will experience a jerk, ठीक है, and force. Now this jerk and force is transmitted to these springs. So when this transmitted to these springs, it take longer time, that jerk will take longer time to reaches the passenger, ठीक है, जो व्हीकल पे पैसेंजर बैठा है उसको वो फोर्स पहुंचने में टाइम लगेगा, ठीक है, एंड एज वी नो whenever the time gap increased, the force will decrease. That is, we can say the less force is experienced by the passenger in the vehicle. So we can say, what is the reason behind these shockers? These shockers absorb the jerk and transmit it, and in the transmission it take a longer time gap. Due to this longer time gap, force will decrease and hence less force is experienced by the passenger in the vehicle.